If you observe carefully, just let me turn on only the M3 lines. All the lines, all the connections are going vertical, top to bottom, neat and nice. Now let's make some other M4 horizontal connections. Let's try to complete the other connections in this. Okay, let me just have auto via here. Just put auto via. So my output net is done here. On this side, let me just turn on all the metals first, just to see. So auto via here, there's auto via here, there's auto via here. Same thing because I had to connect this guard ring as well. Now these two guard rings are shorted because of the same ring and the M1 running through and through between the rings. So I'll just select this and this. You see the advantage of using the same width, right? Because right now you're able to do this because the device count is the same. So sometimes the device count of current mirrors in differential pairs might be different. So you might have to stretch these guard rings slightly a bit. Keep in mind that you should not keep any uh, device which is not used for matching in the same guard ring. There should be a separate guard ring for this and this. So let me just complete these intermediate connections for you. This one and this one. So this net Y over here and M2. So this M2 here is nothing but your bias line. The one which is here. If I just click on this, it is going to highlight that particular net. Okay. So the gate connection is showing over here. You see, yeah, so it's one and the same. I just need to place the pin there. So that is okay. So I can use either metal 2 or metal 4 to do this connection. So let me not go to higher metals unnecessarily. I will just use the lower level metal itself. Stretch it. I'm leaving some space so that I take care of the via enclosure there. Stretch it slightly. Plug this in. Just click auto via. Auto via here, 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 and here. So this connection is done. I'll just copy this net, place it here. I will take this guy out here. This is my bias pin. Okay. I will be adding the pins later. Okay. So if you see here, my net Y is connected. The VSS terminal is connected. The guard ring for this is connected. Okay. So now this portion of the design is connected. This portion is connected. Now I just need to make this intermediate connections over here. Let me just turn on M3 and M4. I need to pull out connection which will be going over there. So I can pull out one line directly over here and this one, obviously I can't do that. For that reason, I will have to take a detour here and connect it with M3. Okay, so I will just copy this net. Now keep in mind, just because you're having a guard ring or there is a device here, you don't have to take this connection outside from here. No, it's not that, sorry. You don't have to take this vertical connection away, right? You can keep it as close as possible as long as you're meeting the minimum DRC specifications, okay? So I'll just take this net, move it slightly to the top. As I said, your output net should be slightly wider. Okay, you can do that over here and balance it. But as of now, let me just leave it as is. This is your final output. I can very well widen this net. Let me just widen it. Say 1, 2. Okay, and let me space it apart. Okay, I don't need any DRCs here. So I'll be using, because I've used M3 here, I can't use other metals. I'll be using M4 to complete this connection here. Okay. It's advisable you use same width. So, but then, if I do that, I'll be able to, widen it up. Let's make this back to 0.07. Okay. We can play around with that later. There's auto. Use auto via here and auto via here and this guy here. Here I can very well take this connection over here. Net Ys are connected. Now I need to make a connection for this guy here. That is net A. Okay. So keep in mind, I forgot to tap a wire over here. I'll just copy these three. Copy this, three connections, flip them vertically, and I will just chop this portion as of now, and I will slightly slide them down and move it over here. I need to have a net A slightly. I'm just doing a crisscross, a C kind of connection here, right? Auto via here and here. So I've done this connection as well. So now you can very well, once this is done, you can very well pull this connection over here, right here. So net 3, and you can use M2 to complete this connection. Or you can get this M3 down further and you can use it. So if I stretch this, let's see if I run into DRCs. Yes, I am going to run into DRCs. So let me keep this down here itself slightly. Well, I'll have it here. Okay. I might as well use M4 over here to make this connection. Move this guy, drag this guy down. So now let me turn on all the layers there. You see this? This is how you make a connection. Let me just pull this guy inside further. Okay, so all my connections are done. So now what we have to do is, before we run any LVS and all of that, it's very important that you have a manual inspection. Okay, let me just adjust these boundaries. Let's clean. So here, first thing, let's check one by one. Okay, Rx is M1, there is contacts here, there is a poly. Keep in mind, whenever you complete your design, even before you run a DRC or LVS, it is a good practice that you do a manual inspection and ensure all the connections are in place, just to ensure that you don't run into extraction related errors or other extra LVS errors. Just by manual inspection, if you are able to fix some LVS errors, that is definitely going to help you in debugging. So first thing, just check the devices. Okay, gates are connected, dummies are connected, and all these wires are tapped. M4 supply lines are connected. The output lines are connected. You know, this guy and this guy. Let me just stretch it. Okay. Here. In here, the gate connections are connected, which we did it very clearly. These dummies are connected here. These dummies are connected, but if you observe, right, the dummies in here are not connected to any VSS. I have shorted this, right? That's the mistake which I caught right now. Okay. If you see, I have added this, but I have not connected this to VSS, right? So what I can do is, because these are dummies, I can very well adjust the space, right, and connect what do you call a M4 line to and through, one M4 line over here, one M4 line over here as well. Okay, let me try doing that. You see this? I mean, I was trying to explain you, but then if you see, I realized that I have made a connection here. The dummies are connected, get shorted, but then these are not connected to VSS. Whereas here, this is done. So good that, this is a classic example, having a manual inspection, how it helps you. Okay, let me just create some room over here so that I add another M4 strip. Okay, here, stretching this slightly down. Okay, and then I will stretch this also. I don't need any extra DRCs here. Okay, so then let me just take this guy, and I can make this slightly wider than this guy. So let me just let me copy this guy directly here. Oh, sorry, the VSS one maybe. Just ensure that I don't run into any DRCs. So what you can do is you can just stretch this guy a little bit, or that's better. I can just go ahead and do that. In 3. This is good enough. I'll do it at all the 4 sides. Slightly. Same thing over here as well. Now let me just tuck this in so that I create some room here. Maybe I can just align it with this. Okay. And then I will put the same guy here and place it here. So now let me connect the dummies here. And yes. Okay. So this guy, let me just align them properly. Here. This is aligned. Let me just check this side. Yes. It is also aligned. Okay. So now these rings also need to be connected. Right. I have plugged this guy over here, but these two VSS nets are not connected. So I'll just take this directly. I already have a setup here, which has got wire connections and all. So I might as well, okay, you see this, this is sitting in here. So easy way to do that is I might as well pull this down slightly. Okay. And get this dive down. Same thing. Or you can address this. Right? The same thing you have connected here, you have connected it over here. Now you see the same stuff. Let me just see if I can tuck this in so that I can avoid all that. So let me just undo this. Okay. Let me just see if I can tuck it in. Think I can. Yes. Okay. So now I guess I won't have any error over here when I use this piece of there you go. Solved. Just hide it. Auto wire. So now these two dummies are also connected with this. Right. Same thing. Let's take this. Undo. Check this out. Copy and place it over here. Okay. So now I have manually traced all these connections. Okay, let's save this design and try to run LVS on this and see where did we reach. Okay, so there's one more very important thing which we have forgotten after doing this layout is we haven't placed the pins and labels yet. Okay, so now let's place these things in the right place. So we need input pins in your M2 and output and the VDD VSS in M4. So let's take this input bias in 1 and in 2. These three will be in M2 and these will be in M4. So let's just change their metal pins and labels. Okay, so select this M2 pin, apply M2 label. Apply. Okay. And here is M4. So M4 pin, say apply, and M4 label. You just say apply. So keep in mind when you're having pins and in metal 2, your labels also should be in metal 2. Let's align this. Okay. I'm just using align option. Okay. If you keep using these options, right, very frequently, you'll get more finesse in your work. So this is your VSS. We need to stretch this, at least make it the same size as the metal, okay? A little bigger, generally, for analog, we prefer to keep a little bigger. We don't ask me why, but yeah. Just let me align them quickly. And then we've got this output pin, which we can place it over here. So this you can put it here. I mean, you can adjust this input output pins the way you want. It's just that I'm placing it because we are just doing an individual OPAMP. I'm just placing it over here. And whenever you're placing a pin or a label, you see this tiny plus symbol in the middle here, this guy, your label should be on the pin. This plus sign should be there on this whole area of the pin. Only then the the label will get recognized. Okay, this tiny plus symbol in the middle, right? This guy here, yeah, that's what it is. Right? Now that we have placed, let's quickly run a LVS. So basically here, run LVS. We have done the manual inspection. So we are just loading the defaults. Let's run and see where we stand. Okay. Okay, there you go. Perfect. So that's very good. In one go, we have managed to get a completely LVS clean OPAMP layout. Okay, this is completely clean. So that's about your layout OPAMP from zero.